The UN Climate Change Summit in Dubai has opened with a deal to hand out money to countries hit by disasters linked to global warming. The first payments will be made from a fund known as Loss and Damage, following a 30-year campaign by poorer governments. The head of COP28, Sultan Ahmed Al-Jaber, says the deal sends a positive signal of momentum.
That we have been able to achieve such significant milestone in the first day of this COP is unprecedented.
However, nations vulnerable to the climate crisis are sounding caution over the launch of the long-awaited global fund. The Loss and Damage Fund would see nations contribute funds in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Over $400 million has been pledged by the EU, Germany, UK, US and Japan. But in a statement from the 39-country alliance of small island nations, there was a warning that it needs to be adequately financed to start alleviating the burden borne by vulnerable communities. And Regional Coordinator for the Pacific Islands Climate Network, Lavetana Langiseru, believes a lot more money is needed to help vulnerable countries rebuild social and physical infrastructure from climate-induced disasters.
The pledges are currently insufficient. The level of capitalization beyond this initial finance should move to the billions. I think there's concerns around the replenishment of the fund.
Mr. Seru, who is in Dubai, also believes the Loss and Damage Fund, which the Pacific and other climate-vulnerable countries have been calling for the last 3 decades, was not set up how he had hoped. He says there has been compromises in the agreement, but it was still a step in the right direction.
It's not what we had hoped for in terms of what the package is. It's not a package that we are happy about. There's definitely been compromises.
Meanwhile, Greenpeace's head of Pacific, Shiva Gowden, says that the new fund is a vital first step towards ensuring communities facing climate harm get the support they desperately need. Mr. Gowden says finance must come from those most responsible for creating the climate crisis, the most polluting nations, including Australia, as well as the fossil fuel industry. He says as the 3rd largest fossil fuel exporter in the world and a major contributor to global emissions, the Australian government has a responsibility to step up and make significant contributions to the Loss and Damage Fund.